In the vast expanse of the South China Sea, amidst swirling currents and coral reefs teeming with life, lies a seemingly insignificant island. Pag-asa Island. Barely a third of a square mile in size, this tiny speck of land is dwarfed by the immense ocean surrounding it. Yet, despite its diminutive stature, Pag-asa Island commands the attention of world leaders, military strategists, and global news outlets. Why? Because this unassuming island sits at the heart of a geopolitical storm, its fate intertwined with the ambitions of nations and the delicate balance of power in the region. The answer lies not in what Pag-asa is, but in where it is. Pag-asa, meaning hope in Filipino, finds itself at the center of a complex web of overlapping territorial claims, potential resource riches, and vital shipping lanes. This is a story of international intrigue, strategic importance, and the enduring spirit of a nation clinging to hope. Pag-asa Island's strategic significance is deeply intertwined with its location in the South China Sea. This body of water is not just a maritime route, it's an artery of global trade, a potential treasure trove of natural resources, and a focal point for military strategists. Over $3 trillion worth of goods pass through the South China Sea annually, making it a critical waterway for global commerce. Control over these shipping lanes translates to significant economic and political leverage. Beneath the waves, the South China Sea is believed to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas. These untapped resources add another layer of complexity to the territorial disputes, with nations vying for control of potential future wealth. Moreover, Pag-asa Island itself sits within an area abundant in fish stocks. For a nation like the Philippines, heavily reliant on fishing, these waters are not just a source of food security but also a vital part of their economic livelihood. Pag-asa Island, though administered by the Philippines, finds itself at the heart of a territorial tug-of-war. China, Vietnam, and Taiwan all lay claim to the island and the surrounding waters, turning this seemingly remote corner of the world into a hotbed of tension. China, with its growing economic and military might, has asserted its claims most forcefully. Through a combination of aggressive maritime patrols, the construction of artificial islands, and a campaign of economic pressure, China has sought to solidify its presence in the region, often at the expense of smaller nations like the Philippines. Vietnam, with its own historical claims to the Spratly Islands, of which Pag-asa is a part, views China's actions with growing concern. The two nations have a history of maritime clashes, and the competition for resources and strategic advantage in the South China Sea only serves to exacerbate tensions. Taiwan, though geographically closer to the Philippines, also maintains its claim to Pag-asa, adding another layer of complexity to the already intricate web of competing interests in the region. The territorial disputes in the South China Sea, with Pag-asa Island as a focal point, have not gone unnoticed on the world stage. Major powers, recognizing the strategic importance of the region and the potential for conflict, have been drawn into the fray, their actions and pronouncements closely watched by all sides. The United States, a long-standing ally of the Philippines, has reaffirmed its commitment to defending its treaty partner against external aggression. While not taking sides in the territorial disputes, the U.S. has conducted freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, challenging China's expansive maritime claims and emphasizing the importance of international law. Japan, Australia, and the European Union, though geographically distant, have also voiced their concerns over China's assertive actions in the South China Sea. They have advocated for a peaceful resolution to the disputes based on international law, recognizing that any escalation could disrupt global trade and have far-reaching consequences. China, on the other hand, views the involvement of external powers as interference in its internal affairs. It argues that it has historical sovereignty over the South China Sea and that its actions are justified in protecting its territorial integrity and maritime rights. Caught in the crosscurrents of geopolitical rivalry, the Philippines has walked a tightrope, seeking to assert its sovereignty over Pag-asa Island and the surrounding waters, while avoiding direct confrontation with China. The Philippine government has taken concrete steps to reinforce its presence on Pag-asa Island. New housing facilities have been constructed for the island's small but resilient community, and military personnel stationed there have seen improvements to their living conditions and equipment. Communication systems on the island have been upgraded with satellite-based technology, ensuring a vital link to the mainland, and improving the Philippines' ability to monitor the surrounding waters. The runway on the island, a crucial lifeline for supplies and personnel, has also undergone expansion and modernization. The Philippine Navy and Coast Guard have stepped up patrols in the waters surrounding Pag-asa, demonstrating the country's determination to protect its maritime domain. These patrols, however, have often resulted in tense encounters with Chinese vessels, highlighting the fragility of the situation. More than just an island, Pag-asa represents the Philippines' hopes and aspirations. It stands as a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity, and an unwavering commitment to defending sovereignty. The name Hope is no coincidence. It reflects the nation's desire for a peaceful and prosperous future, free from external pressures and threats. Pag-asa embodies the Philippines' determination to chart its own course, uphold its laws, and protect its people. For the small community living there, life is a testament to resilience. They face daily challenges, from limited resources to the constant presence of foreign vessels in their waters. Yet, they persist, driven by a deep love for their country and a belief in their right to live in peace. Life on Pag-asa Island is a unique blend of idyllic beauty and geopolitical tension. The small community, numbering in the low hundreds, is a mix of civilians and military personnel, bound together by their shared experience of living on the front line of a territorial dispute. Fishing remains the community's lifeblood, with men venturing out daily into the rich fishing grounds surrounding the island. However, their catches are often overshadowed by the presence of larger and more numerous Chinese fishing fleets, encroaching on what the islanders view as their traditional fishing waters. The children of Pag-asa attend a small school, their lessons often accompanied by the drone of distant aircraft or the sight of warships on the horizon. Their playground is the beach, their toys fashioned from driftwood and seashells. Despite the challenges, they embody the spirit of hope that gives the island its name. The Philippine government has made efforts to improve living conditions on the island. A small clinic provides basic health care, while a community center serves as a gathering place for residents. Fresh water, a precious commodity, is collected from rainwater and supplemented by deliveries from the mainland. The future of Pag-asa Island, like the South China Sea itself, remains uncertain. The competing territorial claims, the potential for resource conflicts, and the involvement of major powers create a complex and volatile situation. The Philippines faces the daunting task of safeguarding its sovereignty over Pag-asa Island, while navigating the delicate balance of power in the region. Maintaining a credible defense posture, strengthening alliances, and seeking peaceful resolutions through international law will be crucial. The international community has a role to play in ensuring that disputes in the South China Sea are resolved peacefully and in accordance with international law. Upholding freedom of navigation, promoting dialogue, and encouraging cooperation on issues of common interest, such as environmental protection and resource management, are essential. The future of Pag-asa Island is not merely a matter of geopolitics. It is a story about people, their hopes, and their determination to live in peace. Finding a solution that respects the rights and aspirations of all involved will be the true measure of success. Pag-asa Island, despite its small size and the immense challenges it faces, stands as a beacon of hope. It is a testament to the enduring human spirit, the resilience of a nation, and the importance of international cooperation in navigating the complexities of a globalized world. The island's story is a reminder that even in the most remote corners of the globe, events can have far-reaching consequences. It underscores the importance of understanding the interconnectedness of our world and the need for peaceful resolutions to disputes. Pag-asa's enduring significance lies not just in its strategic location or its potential resources, but in the hope it represents. It is a hope for a future where nations, regardless of their size or power, can coexist peacefully, respecting each other's sovereignty and working together for the common good.